Lake Nakuru National Park is an important ecosystem and wildlife habitat that is managed by the Kenya Wildlife Service. The park is located in Nakuru within the Central Rift region and is one of the major natural resources in the country. The defining feature of the park is a shallow saline water lake. Lake Nakuru is a globally famed attraction owing to its pink shores that reflect the flamingo bird species. The park serves as an important bird sanctuary, particularly to the greater and lesser flamingos, the pelicans and other migrating birds. However, this biodiversity was recently agitated by heavy rains experienced in the first half of the year. The aftermath of the heavy downpour caused a temporal migration of large numbers of flamingos from the lake, leaving behind a small bird population due to diminished prey in the lake. This situation was likely caused by the rising water levels, which was last experienced in the last 60 years at the park. The increased water levels have reduced the salinity in the lake water, thereby reducing algae, the main source of birds' feed.
This year is more interesting in that the flamingos have all taken off. Why did they go away? So a strange phenomenon this year has happened. All the Rift Valley lakes have exceeded their normal capacity. If you look at Lake Nakuru today, the water is just here at the gate. The same thing in Bogoria, Baringo. We go to Elementaita, Naivasha, they are all full. And this is happening before El Nino comes.
On the upper side, the reduction of the grasslands by the rising water levels has made it easier to view the rest of the thriving wildlife population, such as the rare rhino. The remaining population of over 450 bird species, including the pelicans, storks and gulls, has also increased tremendously. The effort for the conservation of this important resource has taken various forms in the past years. In the year 2012, the park hosted an event that was geared towards this cause dubbed Cycle the Rhino. The event, staged on 15th of September 2012, brought together cycling enthusiasts organized to mount cycle racing for the purpose of raising funds to construct a perimeter fence around the park. The participating athletes were grouped into various categories according to their age, the types of bikes and experience. This included the elites, juniors, professionals and the border riders. The race was flagged off by the former director of KWS, Julius Kipmetich, along with the German ambassador to Kenya, Majid Halwin Boyd, who graced the occasion.
The idea to cycle through a national park, I found it quite exciting. And I think it's amazing how much fun you can have doing something for conservation and for the protection of wildlife and for the protection of biodiversity.
The fight against poaching and encroaching on wildlife habitats has in the recent times been heightened. This has been witnessed by the increasing efforts in creating awareness on the importance of wildlife and forest resources to the national economy. Examples include the Masai Mara Marathon, the Rhino Church and the Cycle with the Rhino, among others. These have all been fun activities geared towards addressing core issues affecting the tourist sector and the country's economy.
we are conserving a very precious resource. That when we actually conserve the rhino in Lake Nakuru, we are protecting all the other species inside here. Whether be they leopards, cheetahs, lions, and even the birds themselves.
This cycling was organized through the concerted efforts of concerned authorities as a conservation measure of the lake and its ecosystem. Also, the maintenance of peaceful coexistence within the region was emphasized by the speakers, including Kenya's Peace Ambassador Tegla Lurupe.
People who are destroying all this nature are human beings, me and you. I think for us, I think it's kind of like a sarcasm for all of us. I just only want to encourage you people that let us not only think about the security of KWS. We are all the security for this country to protect our animals. These animals are the one who gives us resources.
The cyclists we saw and the teams of cyclists, they didn't ask which ethnic community they were from. They were just cycling as a team, they were competing, and if I got the names right, I think the winners were from very many different ethnic communities.
As for Nakuru County, which was hardest hit by the post-election violence, all eyes will be focused on its residents.
Without peace, tourists will not come to this country. German tourists look very closely at what's happening in Kenya. I try to make an effort to bring more business people to Kenya, to invest in Kenya, and to create jobs. So everything is linked to everything else. If there's no peace in this country, then the economic development will not be the one you would like to see.
The town was voted the fastest growing economy in the country, and therefore a relapse to violence could jeopardize its economy and the lives of its people.
So tourism has given Nakuru a special place in Africa in terms of the urban growth. For every 10 jobs in Nakuru, half of them are brought about by the tourism industry. So 50% of the jobs in this town is supported by tourism activity. So let us just know the consequences of not having peace within Nakuru.
The pink carpet of flamingos, Africa, our pride.
The event culminated with the awarding of certificates to best performers in this cycling race.
It was fun, enjoyable, exciting. I would say thank you, and without KWS, this fun event wouldn't be happening.